Now this fine structure behind me is called, actually, if you don't know what this is, you need to stop this video right now, King. Go outside and touch grass. The bridge is supposed to take you out of the familiar. You leave one place behind, you end up somewhere completely different. New view, new sounds, almost like a whole new world. And in music, well, it works the same way, y'all. A bridge is supposed to take you out of the verse and chorus loop and drops you off somewhere that the song hasn't been before. New chords, new melodies, a whole new emotional feeling. And today, we're gonna talk about how to build one. Not a real one, in music. Let's go.
What's good, y'all? I'm Trenton Kipps. And as always, I appreciate y'all for tuning in, tapping in, and especially for locking in. Before we get into the beat, I want to talk about what a bridge is and why it matters. See, a bridge is a moment in a song where everything changes. New chords, new energy. It's so memorable that for some songs and for some people, it's their favorite part of the song. It's a moment. Like a good bridge, undefeated, 100-0. And it's not a variation of the verse. It's not a pre-hook. It's not a spin of a chorus. It's a full departure. We gone. We out of here. A really good bridge takes you on a journey. It takes you somewhere that the song ain't really been yet. But the really great bridges bring you back. And that journey of taking you away and bringing you back makes that final hook, that final chorus so much more impactful because of the journey that the bridges took you on. And that's the job of a bridge. It's the departure, but the eventual return. The bridge used to be a staple in music across all genres. Led Zeppelin used to use it. The Beatles rock with them. You move forward to 80s, 90s R&B. Whitney, Mariah, crushing it, killing it. Babyface, Teddy Riley, on it, mastered it. You push forward even to the 2000s. NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera. It was all over pop music. But when streaming came into play, and then 4-minute songs became 3 minutes, which became 2, something had to go. And the bridge was one of those things. It went from being a staple, a mainstay in music, to a novelty, optional. And now here we are in the present day where, unfortunately, there are some producers who've never even written a bridge. And that's a problem, because a bridge is where your beat becomes a song. Cool. You can hear everything kind of working together. That guitar, harp, the piano keys, and that lead going crazy. Now here comes the bridge. Crazy. Fire. Mood switch right here. You hear the lead going crazy in the background? Now it's time to come back home, back to the chorus. Shout out to 3-6 for leaving this comment on the Make a Scene video. He was asking if I had any tips on how to write a bridge for that specific beat, which actually inspired this video. So we will look at a bridge for that beat, but first I wanted to do something brand new. So y'all getting a twofer in this one for the free ski. I ain't even asking for a like or a sub. I ain't selling no packs. Crazy, right? This one I started with a pad. It's just a refill. It's one of the samplers, but this is the chord progression I came up with. Cool. Yes, sir. A lot of movement. Tension. Fire. We could talk about the theory real quick. Not going to do too much detail on it because it's a whole other chord progression to talk about too. So the tonal center here is F sharp minor. And I'm starting on the F sharp minor chord. And then I want to get to this D major sound. But before I go there, I'm taking a 2-5-1 to get to that. Two 5-1s all over R&B. If you don't know what that is, get familiar. Then at the end, I do a C sharp minor, which gets me back to my F sharp minor sound. C sharp is the 5, so it's a basic 5-1 movement. Right? Back to F sharp minor. Then I go to this E sus chord. In the key of F sharp minor, the E would be a major sound, but I'm sussing it out so it's not overly bright and happy. Then I go to this A7 sus. And again, the C sharp minor sound at the end. So that's the thought process behind it. It's pretty simple. Well, it's fairly simple. It's just a few major checkpoints, a few major chords that I wanted to hit. F sharp minor, D major, A sus, C sharp minor, and then I'm using small devices to move in between them. 2-5-1, 5-1, secondary dominant, tritone subs. Like these are all small tools you can help to create some movement, but also some tension. And if all of that just sounded like Russian, you got to start at the basics. You got to start with intervals. Everything I know and I speak on comes from my knowledge of intervals. When I say sharp 11, when I say flat 9, 13, when I say minor 9, these are all intervals and the relationships between them. So when I say that, I know what that means. I know what notes make that sound. Start with intervals. I do have a playlist. It's old as hell. Maybe in the future, when this thing grows a little bit, I can look into doing some kind of condensed, like essential theory for R&B, because you don't need to know everything. If you know what a 2-5-1, a 5-1-4, a 7-3-6 is, you can make 80% of R&B. After that, I started to build some strings. For this beat, I was trying to stick to sounds that are traditionally R&B, strings, guitar, pad, piano, nothing overly out of the box, just a typical Monday in R&B land. And I'm just following the chords. But at the end here, I'm trying to go for that climax, right? Then I added just a simple nylon guitar arpeggio. And I'm only playing, I think it's an F sharp minor chord the whole way through. Right? Y'all see the vision, right? Right. Now it's time to add some keys. You can see the bottom half of that piano is playing an arpeggio of the chords, kind of like a real piano player would. And the top half doing these cool little runs. Wanted to add one more set of keys, just cause it's my beat. This one is more static, not as much movement as the piano. And the chords aren't as big as the pad. It's just a layering element. Then I went to the drums, put together a simple kit, and just programmed something. Yeah. See, it's got the 80s big snare thing going on. But it's still got a... Now, it ain't R&B without a lead, right? So... your boy had to go crazy real quick one time for the one time. Fire. And you can see I'm doing my pitch bend thing again. Crazy. That's the meat and potatoes of the beat. Now let's talk about what happened in the bridge here. There's a few things that I did and some quick takeaways for you if you want to try something like this. First thing I did was change the tonal center. I was in F sharp minor. Now I'm in B minor. Now I didn't change keys. I'm in the same key. I added 2 new instruments. I added a bass line and I added a pad. And I also took away 2 instruments. I took away the piano and I took away the strings. I also changed the drum pattern. So for the chords on the bridge, B minor is my new home for the bridge, but it's still in the same key. Then I did a C sharp movement to get me to F sharp minor, which is what I did for the main chord progression, right? So I'm not necessarily reinventing the wheel here. I'm just kind of changing the order of the chords I'm using. Back to a D major chord. This is a switch right here. I'm using an A major chord. In the main progression, I'm using an A dominant chord. It's a different sound, but I'm still not too far off. It's an A major quality. This feels like a 736. Yeah, so I'm doing a 251. I'm sorry, not a 736. This is a 251 to the 2. So I'm going to C sharp minor, which is the 2 in B minor. Because remember, we're in a new tonal center. Then at the end here, I'm using a bunch of minor 7 flat 5 for tension to get me to the C sharp minor, which I've used before, which gets me back to my F sharp. All right. So you can see the emotional kind of roller coaster that the chord progression has taken you through. And yours doesn't have to be this complex, but it should feel quite different than what you did so far. Now with this new chord progression means new bass line, new melody lines, right? Cheeky little slide. But this adds a lot to the mood, right? Boom, 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 boom. That's a nice movement right there. Yeah. And then we're getting ready to... I wanted to keep the guitar. I felt like the guitar was subtle enough in the main parts of the song that keeping it for the bridge and letting it do something else kind of made sense. Cool. And I'm repeating, see? Repetition. I think I'll do it again. I repeat the same pattern, not the same notes. Fire. Then I had to do the same thing with these keys. It's kind of Rhodes-ish. That's a cool move. And it's got little melodies tucked away in between too, right? That's cool. Yeah. Oh, that's fire. Both the bass line and the keys follow that step up, right? And actually the melody is going to follow it too. And then I added a pad, which plays the same function that the strings did. Yeah. Cool. Nice. Very simple movements. Fire. How much time we got? 30 minutes. Okay. Cool. Now for the star of the show, the lead melody. Oh, so fire. Just adding to the feeling. It gets tense right here. Cool. And at the end, that's cool. And then the drum pattern, it stayed mostly the same, but I did change on the turnaround so that it made more sense right here. That, at a quick glance, is the thought and care and detail that goes into creating a bridge. I'm going to play a chorus, verse, chorus, bridge, so you hear it in context, because I think it's important to hear that contrast between the verse building up to a chorus, building up to a bridge that comes back to that chorus. Like that hits, right? Strip away a bunch of elements. And then we start to build back up, start with the guitar. That guitar vibey. Bring some strings in, piano. Crazy. Now we got the little pre-hook. Took the drums out. Let the instruments rock for a little bit. So you just see how calm and relaxed that the verse is. And now we're gonna climax to the chorus. And just watch how the energy shifts once we get into the bridge. And then watch how it just lands when we come back to the chorus. Right? Cool. Here come the bridge, y'all. It just feels something happened, right? We're somewhere new. And that's the whole point, right? But it still feels like it's part of the song, right? Now, it's even more tense. This is almost like the climax right here. And now, okay, we're coming back home. And it just feels so good, right? And that's how a bridge should work. In my mind, I'm not a bridge. Don't come for me in the comments. I told you I'm gonna cook your ass. I'm not a bridge expert. I know something. I know a little bit. Now let's look really quickly at the other project. All right, so this is a beat that I broke down a few weeks ago. As you can see up here is the chorus section. And I'm applying the same concepts. You see, I took away a bunch of instruments that were there in the hook, but I added 2 at the bottom. And we could talk about a little bit about how that works. Here comes the bridge. Yeah, it's a brighter section. But when it come back around to that chorus, she's gonna hit. So it's just a slight departure. Man, that hit so hard when it came back. My thought process going into creating this bridge was that the chord progression isn't stable, bro. Right? It doesn't feel settled. Right? It's without resolution. So I wanted to change that for the bridge. I wanted to land on chords that were diatonic and felt a bit more at ease. Right? Like these chords feel more relaxed. added some tension right there. A little bit of tension there. But overall, the vibe is just, it's chill. And now we're coming back home. Perfect. Of course, my keys got to change too. That's cool. More repetition. Nice. These little top line melodies are cool right here. Nice. And it leads perfectly back to what it was already doing. Right. What I did add was this bass that basically followed the synth pad around like a little brother. But it's reinforcing that melodic movement. What's time we got? 20. Bet. Cool. And the one big addition to this was the strings. And I guess it's not doing too much. It's making the same moves for the most part as the pad and the bass. She's doing these little half-step chromatic movements. That's cool. And then all of that. So today I started at a literal bridge, and we talked about how important that journey is that a bridge takes you on. But what I didn't talk about at the top was this stuff only works because of what came before it. The verse sets the tone. The chorus raises the stakes. And the bridge earns its reward through the journey that it takes you on. Like, the bridge is only really as good as the stuff that you put before it to set it up. But you can't take somebody somewhere if they don't know where they started, where they've been. That journey wouldn't matter to them. So take some time and care into prepping the verse and the chorus, and then really take time to tailor and craft a good bridge, because that's not just music, that's just good storytelling. So today I'm starting a petition to bring bridges back, and we gonna do it the only way we know how to do it. We gonna put it on everything. R&B, that's a given. Soul, that's a given. What's up with you trap producers? Drop a bridge on that. Drill, that's getting a bridge too. That little 30-second hyper pop Brazilian funk thing y'all be doing, bridge. Yeah. So, bridge boys, we up. If you have any questions, you know where to leave them. Once again, I'm Trenton Kipps. As always, I appreciate y'all for tuning in, tapping in, especially. Can't forget the finger, y'all. Especially for locking in. I'm going to see y'all soon, man. Love.
On music, bridge works the exact same way. But a bridge is supposed to take you. Fucking trains, bro. Bro, a train be past here every 5 minutes, fucking up the feng shui. Y'all can still hear it though? Probably. And that's enough. Two at the same time, nah, they fucking with me, y'all. Nah. It's noisy as fuck out here, bro.